Subnormal. At the very base of human cognition lies the most limited form of awareness. Those in this range often experience major challenges in learning and communication. Their IQ might fall under 70, sometimes caused by genetic differences or developmental complications. They perceive the world not through ideas but through direct sensations. Sound, light, and touch. Language is hard, memory is fragile, and abstract thought is distant. But emotion, that stays strong. They respond to kindness, tone, and presence more than words. And while they might never live entirely on their own, many form deep emotional bonds and feel joy, fear, and love in ways words can't describe. Today, we replace old labels with empathy because a meaningful life doesn't need high intellect, just humanity. Below average. This level represents people who can function independently, but often struggle with abstract logic or complex reasoning. IQs usually sit between 70 and 85. Academic learning can feel like climbing a hill, but repetition, patience, and structure work wonders. They often excel in jobs where consistency matters: service, care, construction, or technical work. They learn by doing, not theorizing. Emotionally, they're grounded, loyal, friendly, and highly attuned to people around them. Society often overlooks them, but they keep the world running quietly. With support and opportunity, they build families, careers, and meaningful lives. Average. Here's where most humans live, and most think they don't. Average intelligence means you can read, plan, reason, and solve day-to-day problems. You understand rules, time, consequence, and cause. You make mistakes, learn, adapt, repeat. It's the intelligence of balance, stable, consistent, practical. Teachers, mechanics, shop owners, nurses, most of humanity thrives here. But there's a hidden wall. People at this level are smart enough to believe they understand everything, but not aware enough to see what they're missing. It's comfort disguised as mastery. This level doesn't trap you, it convinces you you're already free. Above average. Now the pace picks up. Thought moves quicker, awareness sharpens. You see connections others miss and notice outcomes forming before they happen. School might have felt slow, conversations repetitive. Your brain jumps ahead while others are still catching up. You edit yourself mid-sentence or stay quiet to avoid explaining the same thing twice. This can be lonely, not because others are less intelligent, but because they process slower. You start to blend in, fake normal, just to stay connected. But that's the trade-off. You think faster, but feel misunderstood more. High intelligence. Between IQ 130 and 145, the top few percent, these minds don't just learn, they see. They grasp systems as if from above, linking concepts across logic, science, and art. They often finish lessons early, then teach themselves something new before the class ends. Their intuition leaps ahead of explanation, but high IQ comes with its own cost. Their thoughts race far beyond their emotions, leaving them feeling detached or unseen. When nurtured, they become inventors and researchers. When isolated, they become thinkers trapped in their own speed. Gifted. Here thought becomes both blessing and burden. Gifted minds see layers in everything. They absorb, connect, and reinterpret information at stunning speed. A gifted child might build, compose, or write before others even grasp how. Their brains crave depth, puzzles, paradoxes, meaning. But with sensitivity that intense, the world often feels too slow, too loud, too much. When guided, they become the builders of new ideas. When ignored, they drown in their own intensity. Gifted doesn't just mean capable, it means feeling everything all the time. Genius. Genius isn't just about intellect, it's a new architecture of thought. Geniuses don't just answer questions, they dismantle the framework that created them. They rebuild understanding from the ground up. They don't master rules, they replace them. Einstein, Tesla, Ramanujan, they didn't think faster. They thought different. Whole paradigms shifted when they spoke. But from their own view, it didn't feel like brilliance. It felt like isolation at light speed, a mind too far ahead for comfort. Most geniuses are rejected before they're recognized. Too early, too radical, too unfamiliar. Polymath. Where a genius transforms one world, a polymath builds bridges between many. They master science, art, literature, philosophy, not separately, but simultaneously. They don't see subjects, they see systems. Leonardo da Vinci painted, engineered, and studied anatomy. Benjamin Franklin wrote, invented, and negotiated nations. Their brilliance isn't just intelligence, it's curiosity turned into creation. Polymaths remind us that specialization builds walls, but curiosity tears them down. Visionary. Visionaries think in dimensions no one else notices. They don't just understand the world, they reimagine it. They blend intellect with foresight, pattern recognition with courage. They take leaps that look impossible until they work. Their ideas often sound absurd at first until the world bends to fit them. Visionaries face rejection, failure, even ridicule, but they persist because what they see isn't fantasy. It's the future, just waiting for the rest of us to catch up. Transcendent, the final stage, where intelligence stops chasing answers and begins seeing truth. At this level, thought transforms into awareness. It's no longer about knowledge, but about clarity. These minds perceive patterns in nature, emotion, and consciousness itself. They see through systems, beliefs, and even identity. Think Buddha, Socrates, Jung. They don't seek control, they seek understanding. Transcendence isn't loud or glamorous. It's the kind of intelligence that doesn't want to rule the world. It wants to free it. Every level of intelligence reveals another way of seeing the world. The higher it climbs, the quieter it becomes. Because true intelligence doesn't shout, it listens. If you made it this far, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me, which level do you think you're closest to?